Where do you put your hands? Where do your eyes go? And what do we do with our lips? Unless we're singing. Okay, at this time, I want you to turn and thank people on the stage behind you. Say, thanks for coming. About what I was going to say, I thought I'm just going to talk from my heart and think, well, some of you can't, some of us are closer to them than others, but in 1939, 80 years ago, somebody put shovels in the ground and built the school we're in today. Think about that. Now today, 80 years forward, we are going to put shovels in the ground and build a new Harrison. And yes, I think we should give a round of applause. And it's because citizens of Brainerd voted yes. They voted yes for Harrison. They voted yes for a lot of other schools. And it's an investment in the future, and it's an investment in all of you sitting here. So as I look around and I think, okay, we have a theme for construction. And you can see it with their construction vests, our hats, and our goggles. But they also represent more than just the construction of our building. The vests represent that at Harrison, we try to work on being kind, having a great heart, the golden rule. So that's what the vests are for, they cover your heart. The construction hats, and you hear this a lot, we try to grow your brains. How many of you hear that a lot? We'll be growing your brains. I should see everybody's hands. And the goggles are for 3rd and 4th grade to give you the vision and to set goals for your lives ahead. And I'm just so proud of all of you. But I also want to send a message of a big thank you to this community for investing in Harrison. So can we give everybody here a round of applause? You should put it over there. I have 3 4th graders that are going to come up and talk about what Harrison means to them today. So, Savannah, would you come up first?
Harrison. This is a school called Harrison. It means a great many things to me. It means to be respectful, always be thoughtful and kind to others. To act responsible. I've learned it's important to help others and take responsibility for my own learning. To remember to follow the golden rule and treat others the way you want to be treated. To appreciate all of our wonderful teachers who help each of us every day. However, the most important part of being at Harrison is creating the memories that we take with us when we leave here. We are here today to begin the new construction on our new building. So now we will begin not only building new Harrison, but we will begin to create new memories. Thank you.
Elle.
Hello, my name is Elle, and I am a new student at Harrison. However, I can tell you from the first day I arrived at school, I loved it here. Harrison is a very special place. Students are cared for and respected here. I have grown as a student and I appreciate all of the new memories that I have made. I am very excited about our new construction and the creation of our new Harrison. Our new building will be beautiful, but the heart and soul at any school are the teachers and students who are in the building. So remember to thank everyone who voted to give us our new building. And as you leave this gathering today, be thankful you are a student at Harrison School.
so much to me that it's hard to put how I feel into words, but I will try to get my message across to each of you today. Harrison belongs to all of us. Each of us here feel a part of something very special. As students, we feel safe and cared for here. It is the place where we have built lasting friendships and have learned so much. So I'm standing here to give out a huge Harrison cheer and thank everyone who made it possible for our new Harrison to be built. I'm also happy for the next generation of K through 4th graders who will be able to attend new school in New Harrison. I'm also sad that I will not be staying here to be part of the new journey. However, I'm thankful I was given the opportunity to be part of this special school called Harrison and for letting me be one of its Hawks. So let's give out a cheer for our new building and our amazing teachers and for everyone who has taken the time to celebrate with us. On the count of 3, please join me in cheering with the word Harrison. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Harrison! Thank you for being here today and for listening to my speech.
Our 4th grade represents where we are right now. Mr. Kelm and Mrs. Armstrong, 2nd graders, who will be our future 4th graders, have written a poem that we are also going to read when we have our ribbon ceremony 2 years from now. So it's a transition from going from Hawks to Warriors. So listen to what the words have to say.
As Mrs. Knoll said, our 2nd graders will be the 4th graders when the new Harrison is done. And we will be transitioning from Hawks to Warriors, and Mrs. Armstrong's class has written a poem about that transition, and my class has written a poem about what it means to be a warrior. So Anna, Jack, and Noah, would you please come up?
Hawks with their shirts the darkest red, but now so many things will change.
The Hawk sign on the door, Hawk's pride and Hawk's gatherings, soar will fly the nest, and our building will feel brand new.
In some ways we feel a little sad, but mostly we are so excited we will wear Brainerd blue.
Because we will be warriors.
Now we'll hear from Delaney, Ariana, and Kyle.
We are warriors by Mr. Kelm, 2nd grade, the class of 2029.
We are warriors. We are strong together. Warriors are confident. We help each other.
We are warriors. We listen and respect each other. Warriors are brave. We can work together.
We are warriors. We are always kind. Warriors stand up for others. We always wear our minds.
We are warriors.
Before this wonderful lady speaks, this is Sarah Katzenberger, and she is not only a Harrison mom, she is a volunteer. She's the head of her PTO. She helps mysteriously when we need help with clothing or milk money or whatever. Mysteriously, it just shows up. So can we give her a very big round of applause?
Like Mrs. Knoll said, my name is Sarah Katzenberger. I serve with the Harrison Family Teacher Association, and I am mom to a 1st grader, Hylas, who is a dedicated Harrison Hawk. soon to be Harrison Warrior. It's an honor to be here today. This is a historic day for our school as we officially begin the expansion of this building. Last week I was walking in through the front entrance to pick up my daughter Ellis after school, and I caught just a glimpse of the plaque that sits out there that says I think it says 1934. It was when they started building, but 80 years ago. And then, you know, I'm a bit of an investigator, so I was doing some research last night and saw that that was actually the second groundbreaking. The first Harrison School started 120 years ago. That makes our school one of the oldest schools, oldest buildings in our area. And it's evidence of generations of our community members who recognize the value of investing in our kids. I was thinking about that first groundbreaking and how exciting that must have been. A new school, a dream breaking into reality as those who came long before us said yes to bettering our city. Our kids walk the halls of this building now, mostly unaware of the history. And chances are a couple generations from now, the students who walk the halls of the building we break ground on today will not remember much about us or about this day or the years spent under construction. But today is historic. It marks a new beginning for our school, for our kids. I have a first grader now, a kindergartner next year, and one more to come in 2 years. Sorry, I lost my place. But we'll never forget the years that they spent here at Harrison. It might be because of the construction sounds of the 2019-2020 school year, but more than that, the spirit of this place is electric. Hawks pride, Harrison pride runs deep in our kids. I remember at Kinder Friend Day last year, the little kindergartners doing the Pledge of Allegiance and instantly afterwards breaking into their Hawks pride because it just all flows together for them. They have deep pride. I think the spirit that our teachers and our staff have built into our kids is something that will last long beyond their time here. And that will be present for generations to come as well. We are so much more than this building itself. Our students, our staff, our families, they make up Harrison School, and that will carry on into the future as we expand and enlarge our potential today. We are so blessed by a community that said yes to bettering our schools throughout the entire district, starting with the incredible addition to our own school. Thank you to our school board for their dream and for pushing this through and answering questions as they came up in the last couple years and making it a clear vision for the future. And to our community at large for making this day a reality. It's a true gift, and one I think that we'll never forget for generations to come. You know, this is where things change today. Thank you so much.
Bergeron, you are up next. Boys and girls, the first time I met him was probably 4 years ago, Dave, when we first started the journey of designing what the new Harrison might become. And he's a very soft-spoken person with great vision. So I can't wait to hear what he has to say.
Thank you, Mrs. Knoll. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Great. My name is Dave Bergeron, and I represent ICS Consulting, and I'm one of the principal owners of ICS Consulting. Our firm got involved with this district in January of 2017. But the district had been in a planning process dating back to 2050. So what you're going to see happen here has been in the works for an awful long time. So we have the privilege and the opportunity to work in partnership with the school district, with Brainerd School District, to help visualize, design, and construct the historic Blueprint 181 planning process, of which Harrison Elementary is a huge part of. Our program managers for Blueprint 181 project have the responsibility and the honor to be responsible for the timelines involved in construction and the budgets involved in But we don't do that on our own. And I just, we work in partnership with our design professionals. And I do want to have the folks from WSN, Winsett Smith and Knowlton just acknowledge that a strong partner in the design and implementation of the project. So just acknowledge that. We're also pretty proud that of the projects being done, Harrison and the other projects, a part of the initial construction, over 60% of the firms involved in the design and implementation reside within a 50-mile radius of Brainerd and Baxter. So we're pretty dang proud and excited to be working with a lot of local folks involved in this project. Also want to acknowledge our ICS team. Brandon Kellerman is our lead program manager for the entire district. Brandon. We have Kale, I think Kale is here. Kale LaBoy will lead the project for this district, along with Robert Etter, who you'll see an awful lot of. And then we also have several other members of our ICS team, if you guys could raise your hands and be acknowledged. So in closing, congratulations to the Brainerd School District, to the communities of Brainerd and Baxter, for having the vision, the determination, and the commitment to change the educational value and the educational processes for decades to come. Thank you.
The mayor of Brainerd is going to come up, Mr. Ed Menk.
Kathy and I go back a long ways. Her daughter and my daughter were best friends. 100 years ago, 100. It's my honor to be addressing leaders of our community and our future leaders seated down on the floor. One of my first duties as mayor was a meeting with Lain Larson over at the Washington facility over there, looking out all the windows over the city and her vision of creating new schools. Now, it's amazing, simply amazing, that we are now ready to break ground on a new school at Harrison. Did I say a new school? Well, it's not going to be a new school, it's going to be a repurposed school with new feeling. It's going to feel like a brand new school when it's finished. Let's go back in time. Picture the education like when most of our children were young and such. It was a great year. But go back farther. Go back to the early days of Brainerd. Back when Harrison was first built, 1870s or 80s. Early 2000 or 1900s. People came to school walk, or they used horses to transport themselves to school. Schools are nothing like they are today. In the winter they were cold and drafty. Now they're nice and warm. Summers, spring, fall, they were miserably hot. Well, many children went to one school, one-room country schools, led by one teacher. First through kindergarten sometimes, 6th grade, maybe 8th grade. Well, schools were, with electricity, we're very fortunate that now we have electronics all over. That's one of the things that's going to be improved with our new schools here. Many students stopped going to school at the 6th grade or maybe the 8th grade. Very few went beyond that. Today it's hard to imagine our education stops at that point. My generation and my parents' generation were fortunate. Our parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents saw the value of an education, and during the Great Depression, built new schools that were state of the art at that time. These schools had a huge impact on the following generations, allowing us, one of the greatest generations, at least we say that, to make great strides in everything from transportation, health, care, sending man to great scientific explorations, not just in space and oceans, but in breakthroughs in engineering, chemistry, and social sciences. This year we are given the chance to further the education possibilities for the next 2 or 3 generations of children who will help mankind achieve greater goals in all aspects of their day-to-day lives. We are here today to say thank you to the preceding generations that allowed us to benefit, and we are passing the dollar along, if you wish to call it that, to the next generation and following generations after that. Congratulations to Harrison and the community that made this happen. Groundbreaking today, we start a new phase in our education. Thank you.
Next speaker, and he is Brainerd Chamber of Commerce board member, but he is also the CEO of Essentia, or some of you may know St. Joe's. Adam.
As the principal said, I may be known by some of you as Adam Rees, working at Essentia Health. I'm probably better known as Jula's dad. And just to, before I put my chamber hat on, I just can't thank the school board and Lain, principals, because when I came here 6 years ago, we've been in elementary school, and it was turned out to be Lowell, Forest View, and also Brainerd High School. And so we've, as a family, been truly blessed, and I thank these leaders, I thank God, frankly, for giving us this great opportunity to be here today as well. So, congratulations on behalf of the Brainerd Lakes Chamber and over 1,000 businesses. Isn't that amazing? 1,000 businesses. And as you know, last fall, the Chamber proudly and publicly supported the Brainerd School referendum because it was a responsible, financially sound investment in the future of our community and our businesses. Our businesses are growing at such a rapid pace that they can't find enough people. And it's a major issue, and frankly, it's one of the number one concerns of our chamber members. We know the solution to the problem. We need to attract good people, and we need to create good people. Anytime a new family decides whether to move to the Brainerd Lakes area, we know, and I can tell you from the hospital perspective as well, one of the number one areas that they're going to be visiting is the school system. It's very important for attracting and recruiting new people to this community. So with every one of our elementary schools earning a National Blue Ribbon from the U.S. Department of Education, we know that our schools are performing well, and how they look is a reflection of whether our community actually cares about itself and our kids. So having great facilities really do matter. We also know that good schools help us to attract good people, and I mentioned that a moment ago. And so the Brainerd Lakes Chamber invested in our students by participating with the school district, Central Lakes College, Bridges Career Academies program. And through this program, we support leadership, creativity, and critical thinking as we expose our students to the greater career opportunities right here in the community. And last but not least, we know that good schools help us create good people, like the folks out here. And I know that there is a tremendous amount of pride in our schools. I certainly feel that as a parent. The students and the alumni are proud. The teachers and staff are proud. The businesses and organizations are proud. And I'm proud to say Lake's proud and stand here today and help break ground on this new school and the opportunities it will bring to all of us. Thank you.
The Board of Education, and boys and girls, for somebody that don't know that, all of us work for our superintendent and our school board. Did you know I had a boss? Okay, good. So Superintendent is going to also give us a few words of wisdom. And I hope that your hats are on and your eyes are back where they belong. Thank you. Superintendent.
Welcome everyone on behalf of the Board of Education for taking this opportunity to celebrate the groundbreaking today for Harrison Elementary. Thank you to all who are here today taking time from your busy lives and jobs just to be here. This is a very exciting time for ISD 181 and Brainerd Public Schools with this second groundbreaking of our recently passed referendum, April 10th, 2018. I would like to take this time right now to thank each and every community member for not only passing the referendum, but also for their very generous tax dollars that have made this even possible. I fully recognize the sacrifice of our community members are making with tax dollar monies that could be being spent elsewhere. But our voters have chosen to spend the money on education of our children and improving our facilities, making them more safe and secure, and updating our educational spaces. We're so happy the community values the importance of educating the next generation. Educating children and youth is at the heart of every school board member. I would also like to thank the school administration, Superintendent Larson, the teachers, all the staff, as well as the mayor, city officials, and administration, and the Chamber of Commerce. I can't say thank you enough. These facilities improvements will benefit our children and community for decades to come. Thank you so much.
Now we're going to hear from Lain Larson, our superintendent of schools. And before she comes up here, I truly believe with our board, of course, that it was Lain's vision and her drive that got us to where we're here today. So please, can we give her a big round of applause?
Good morning, boys and girls. How are you today? Are you having fun? Yeah, this is neat. That Mrs. Nolt, she's pretty special, isn't she? Yeah, she is. I know. And you know, she gives me way too much credit because you know what? It's kind of like we talk about when we meet as a group like this, that anytime you want to make something wonderful happen, whether it's building a new school or if it's doing really well academically in our schools, it takes a partnership. It takes the right people at the right team and everybody working together to make it happen. And as all of our guests have said, everybody came together at the right time to make this brand new Harrison Elementary School a reality. And today we are so fortunate because we get to do something called breaking ground for this newly repurposed elementary school. Do you guys know what that means, to break ground? Does anybody know? Yeah, I see someone with their hand up, so nice. What does that mean? Does it mean we're going to take our shovels and put the shovel into the ground and turn the first dirt over for our construction project? It does, yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. And when we break ground today, we're going to be having a new beginning at Harrison Elementary School, which is going to have larger classrooms for you. It's going to have learning commons so that we can grow in large groups or in small groups. It's going to have a bigger elementary gymnasium for you to run and play in. It's going to have wonderful green space for your playground with enhanced playground equipment at your school. It's going to have a parking lot here at your building, and most of all, it's going to provide safe and secure entrances for everyone who comes to Harrison Elementary School every day. One of the things that we've talked a lot about today, but as I told you right at the beginning, the most important part is that we're a team when we make this happen. We're a warrior team as we move forward. And as Mrs. Nolt said, one of the group that really had the vision to make this happen happened over 4 years ago, and that is through the Board of Education at our school. And the Board of Education are the people that make all of the decisions for you so that you can have the best education possible. I'm going to introduce each of the board members, and I'd like them to stand and remain standing when I call your names. Again, our chairman, Sue Kern. Our vice chair, Tom Hagelin. Our clerk, Reed Campbell. Treasurer, Bob Nystrom. And directors, Ruth Nelson and Charles Blacklands. Please let's give them a round of applause. Without your vision and your foresight as you were looking forward to making this a reality. I also want to take some time today to talk about a major team of people at the district level that work day and night to make this happen. And we call this our project oversight team. And I would like these people to stand and be recognized as well today. I want to start with our Assistant Superintendent, Heidi Hahn. Back here, if you'll stand. Our Business Manager, Marcy Lord. Our Communications Chairperson and Community Education Director, and my partner in over 300 meetings, Corey Reynolds. And Carla Sand, who's over here taking pictures, who's doing the communication for our district. Our Building and Grounds people, Earl Willett and Jeff Layton, right over here. And I also would like to take this time today to recognize Steve Lund, who was instrumental as the business manager when we were figuring out the how to make the financial piece of this work. So let's give all of these people a round of applause. Also in our partnership, we wouldn't be where we are today with our wonderful administration, like Mrs. Knowles. All of our incredible teachers who we have out here who give their hearts and souls to their passion, which is teaching and learning, and to our students and to our parents that make it a reality. But one of the things that's happened this year through this process with our building project is we've made a lot more friends in this process. There's many people through our parent-teacher organization and what we refer to as our parent advocacy committee who have been here and who put on a yes, yes, yes campaign in order to make this a reality. We also have become the greatest of friends with the Brainerd City Council, led by our mayor, Mr. Ed Menk, and we have a couple other board commissioners with us today, Kevin Stunick and Jan Lambert. Would you two both stand and be recognized as well? Hey, Johnson, I'm sorry you're chair, so thank you so much for being here and for all your. I'm sorry I didn't recognize you with my hat. I'm sorry. And so we've had just a wonderful time making decisions regarding our buildings in the city of Brainerd. Also, our business partners through the Chamber of Commerce who supported our referendum, Essentia Health, our community members, our partnerships with ICS, with Woodsett Smith Knowlton, with Bozer Construction, and many, many more. But as we said right at the very beginning, it takes a community, it takes a complete partnership to make these kinds of endeavors a reality. So everyone, it won't be long, just a few minutes in fact, when we all will put on our vests, we'll put our shovels in our hands, and we'll put those hard hats on our heads, and we will be waiting to overturn that pile of sand for the groundbreaking of Harrison Elementary School. As I was thinking about it today and how we celebrate that groundbreaking, I want to do it with many of our students being a part of this. And so I have 8 volunteers who I'm going to ask if you will come up front right now as I finish my speech. Will my Harrison volunteers please come forward? Okay, so as I was preparing today to think about what this groundbreaking means for our new Harrison Elementary School, I needed to have 8 helpers to help me. And I took the letters of Harrison to tell you what it means to me. First of all, H. H stands for happy and healthy children in our school. A stands for academics, arts, activities, athletics, and achievement for all. R, reading, writing, and arithmetic. It's spelled a little wrong, but reading, writing, and arithmetic. The next R is for respect, responsibility, and relationships. Letter I is for innovation and inquiring minds. S, successful students, safety, and security. O, opportunities, endless opportunities and outdoor learning. And finally, letter N, numbers, and nursery school all the way through grade 4. When you see the word Harrison in the future, I want you to think about this special groundbreaking. I want you to think about the opportunities for innovation and success that our community has given Harrison Elementary School as a result of our new building project. Thank you everyone for being our partners in this process, and congratulations, Harrison Elementary School.